It's Thursday, July 18th, and it is a glorious day here in beautiful place where I'm out in nature, just tuning in with you live. My role here is to every week tune in live with you, connect with you, bring some kind of message of hope and remembrance to your higher self about how you can heal you. I'm actually on vacation right now, so you see me, I'm in full vacation mode, loving being out here in nature, spending a lot of time in nature, appreciating the goodness that nature gives us when we just slow down and drop in with it and give ourselves to it completely. It just fills up our hearts, it fills up our bodies with abundance of energy. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that today. But I want to share a few things with you first before we get there. First, I'm going to be offering a live in-person workshop this Sunday in Vermont, Brattleboro, Vermont. So those of you that live in New England and the surrounding areas and you want to come work with me live in person, we're going to talk this weekend. There's a lot of things, I work with, but this weekend, the specific focus is the foundations of Qigong. Because there's many things that have helped me on my healing path, but one of them that stands alone, that got me through some of the darkest times, was my Qigong practice. And what it did was it helped continually remind me that this experience I'm having as a person in this body, that there was so much more beyond that. And so even though my body was suffering, my mind didn't have to suffer. My energy didn't have to suffer. And so it was something that I consciously created, cultivated every day that got me through one of the most difficult periods of my life. And so I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about that and sharing what were the foundations that got me through that this Sunday. So if you are in the Northeast, you are in New England area, you should come out. I'll put a link in the details, but I think on my posts, if you go to my YouTube channel, there's plenty on the post about mentioning about this workshop this Sunday. Welcome, welcome. Those of you tuning in live, say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear what you have. And also, if you have any questions regarding anything that's going on with you, we try our best here on this channel to really provide a platform for folks that, are ready to go to that next level in their life. They're ready to stop living from the confines of their thoughts, of their ideas of what they think they are, and open up from the heart to the abundance of what is here. And a lot of us are suffering now. A lot of us are suffering with chronic illness, having difficult strains on their relationships, abundance issues, all of that. All of that is in the play. Because you know why? They're all interconnected. Just like this forest around me, it is one big entity. We think of it as, oh, that's the sassafras tree, that's the oak tree, over here, that's a cherry tree, right? These individual parts, but they're all one connected system. Just like you have a liver, you have a heart, you have a spleen, a stomach, etc. They are separate, but they are abiding to the totality and entirety of what your system is which is what we call a body, or in more medical terms, the physiological functioning of this system, right? No different. The forest is the same way. The forest is one interconnected system. So when we approach ourselves, say we have something off with the cherry tree over here, or we have something going on with our liver, we can't just isolate that one thing. We have to look at the totality of the whole picture. So looking at the soil, looking at what's the dynamics of the other. Is this tree over here crowding that tree, right? Same thing with the dynamics and relationships within our body. Welcome, welcome everyone. Say hello in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you're tuning in live. I love connecting with you live and answering your questions. I'm just ranting a little bit about connection and how we build that in the body, how we are able to develop that. But let me step back and say, today, what I wanted to say most was that you are energy. At the fundamental level of everything that you think you are, you're energy. The thing that I'm calling a hand here looks like it's solid, right? Looks like the skin is touching my other hand, but the reality is this is just a vibrating frequency that the cells do. And when I allow my mind up here and in here to connect with it, I can start to begin to feel that frequency. I can start to begin to feel that vibration. And with training, like I was talking about Qigong, that builds and you start to feel that move through your body, move with awareness through your posture, through the proper breathing method, through a clear mind and a calm heart. You're able to connect more and more to the vibration that you are. And then you start to experience yourself in a whole different way. Because for a lot of us, we see ourselves as, oh, I'm this guy, I do this kind of work, or I'm in this relationship, I like this kind of music, I don't like this kind of food, right? All those things that make up, quote unquote, our personality. But that's such a limited part of who and what you really are. So part of the work, what we do, is we step back from that. We step back from not just being that, but all the narratives and stories around that. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not strong enough, right? All those stories that some of us have believed throughout our life. And some of them are deeply rooted deeply inside of us, literally in our tissues. And so when we step back from that, we take a moment and we remember we are the system. We're not just that one sick part, that we are part of a greater system. And we connect with that, immediately your energy starts to go up. Your vibration, the frequency that you're tuning into changes. Because you're no longer in the entrapment of the thoughts that repeat themselves. You've broken free from that. And as you break free from that again and again and again, you remember, oh, actually, I'm a lot more than that. Actually, I'm curious to know what this whole experience really is that I'm having. And you notice that there's less of these hard ideas and perceptions about things and judgments. And you're just there in that moment. And naturally, as you do that more and more, what happens is then there's a peace, a calmness that comes over you, that washes over you. But the fundamental thing, guys, is it's where your attention is going. So you can give your attention to um, feeling really stuck or worrying about this situation, right? We just went out for my son's turned 16 today. It's a sweet 16. And my mother wanted to take him out for breakfast, right? So before we all go out for breakfast, my mother is just worrying, right? She's worrying so much about, will we get there on time? Will there be enough space? It gets crowded very quickly. You can hear the thought process, right? And what that's doing to her is it's taking her energy, which is so open and neutral. And when it's taking her energy, when she starts worrying and has those thoughts, it confines her to this limited bit. And literally that affects the cells of your body, how they function, how the tissues respond. So her neck and her jaw starts tightening up. She starts getting headaches in the back of her head. Whoops. Right? Her heart rate changes. The digestive fluids and enzymes that should be in a good homeostatic way turn more to like cortisol and more acidic in there, so her digestion's not as good. But it all starts with where her attention was going. And so her attention just kept getting stuck on worrying about, will this restaurant be able to provide for us? So, of course, she's my mom, she's older, she's working with her mind a lot. But my suggestion to you all is use this as an example of when you get worried, when you get anxious, when you get alarmed or set off your center, some event like we had this past weekend, what happened to you in that, right? Did you lose off center and you started believing and feeling and experiencing yourself or the world around you as lack or less than? If so, know that conscious choice you're making is affecting your physiology quite impactfully. And you just have to know that, guys. I know a lot of us grew up with, oh, the mind is not connected to the body. But in this type of medicine, in this type of work, it is so intimately connected. And the deeper you go into this rabbit hole of understanding the relationship between your thoughts and your feelings and how they affect the function of your body is so massive. But coming to the understanding that you are energy, your pure state, you are just pure energy. And it's your attention that determines whether that energy sustains at that higher vibration or constricts to some lesser function. Let me know in the chat if this is resonating with you. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you all. Give me a thumbs up if this is landing for you. This is one way we get to send this out to more and more people here live. I love when we have a live audience because I encourage you all to ask any questions you have, anything you're suffering with, anything I can provide, any insight or wisdom for you all. I do this every week on this channel to help get out the good message. The good message that there is more than just going to see a doctor. There's more than just having to submit to surgery or chemotherapy or prednisone again to get rid of the pain. You're powerful in there, guys. You're so powerful. And what you just have to tune into this with me, that there's a whole level of consciousness available to you if you allow yourself to drop into it. Now, I've said many times on this channel that one way you can do that is get out in nature. Get out in some beautiful forest out here. See that little hole right there? That's where we've seen this owl that comes out in the nighttime. Super cool, right? This little tiny owl. It's so fun. So I don't know if he lives in there, but he comes out there. Get out in nature, enjoy yourself, get around water, get your body in the water. It's very healing for the not just physical part of your body, but the bioenergetic part of you, the energetic part of you that needs that higher ionic expression of vibration. This is why whenever we go on vacation, notice that we tend to go towards water. We tend to go towards the ocean. We tend to go towards the rivers. We tend to go towards the lakes and ponds, the beach. Why is that? There's something about it that soothes our nervous system and energizes us naturally, right? Our body knows, right? So important, right? So important. This is how we rejuvenate the system. This is how we recharge ourselves as an energetic being. Understanding this is crucial if you are suffering from some sickness or illness. Get out in the sunlight. Get out in the fresh air. Be in nature. This is so crucial. If you don't have access to a place like this around you, that's okay. Start creating it in your home or in your apartment. Get some plants. Get some things that remind you of some of your favorite places. Start learning how to breathe properly. I just did a whole video on this channel about box breathing and how box breathing has helped so many of my clients with their anxiety, their panic attacks, their trauma. When that builds up inside them, the stress of the day, just doing some box breathing can help just diffuse it, help you return back to that peaceful, calm place where healing, where restoration, where you just have good vibes in that place. You don't need to smoke weed. You don't need to take stimulants. That's not what's going to help you in the end. That'll rob you of your body's natural resources. What you need is to tune into you, because you are more powerful than any plant out there, any substance, any medicine. It's all right here within you. The sooner you understand that, the more you will start taking action and making decisions to support that, to give you what you need in life. It's all energy, guys. So the more you step forward in that, your heart opens up and the field of energy connects with you, and you attract places like being out in nature. You attract more nicer things into your life, nicer people that are going to treat you better, that are going to respect you better, that are going to love you more. It starts with you making that agreement with yourself that I honor this part of me that is a divine being, that has light, that has a soul, that came here and has a specific purpose that's left right in your heart. So part of it is just getting in touch with that, listening to that, remembering that, oh, right. I was speaking with someone that was interested in doing my work this past week. And, like a lot of us, they just kind of got in this mode, head down, working hard every day, paying bills. And they forgot what they really love to do, who they really love to be, and express that. And there's like no time for that. And so I encouraged her, like I'm gonna encourage you, is take time in your day to put a hand on your heart or just tune into it and listen and really feel like, what is it that's going to make me really shine and feel my happiest self in this moment? And you might be really surprised what that is. Maybe it is go take a nap. Maybe it is go for a walk. Maybe it is, you know, eat that apple. Whatever that is. Or maybe it is quit my job, quit this relationship. Your intuition lies in there. Your deep knowing lies in that place. And the more and more you tune into it, you experience it, you fully surrender to it, your energy will change. You will feel more connected, more alive, more really being with what and who you really want to be, following your destiny, what you're here to really do. Give me a thumbs up if this is landing for you. Say hello. Do you have any questions? What is it that's on your mind today? I'm just here live with you, dropping in. I try to do this every week with you all, give you a little nugget of what has helped me and what has helped many of my people in my community. I love coming in on here on YouTube and just giving you all some like access to what's available and share the things that have helped me and helped many of my clients. So just feeling into this space a little bit more. Such a beautiful spot. Lots of flowers, trees, good stuff. When we can, what a concept. When we recognize, this is the last thing I'll say, that we are energy, fundamentally we are energy, and guess what? All this here is energy too. What we have to do is look at the places inside of ourselves that we're creating interference with connecting with this energy. So what you can do is, like I said, tune into that video I just did last week on box breathing. Box breathing will help you reduce some of the stress your nervous system's holding on to, so you can reduce some of that interference that you're having inside yourself. Get more clear, get more clean in there, purify your nervous system. To get more clear and clean in there, then you can start listening deeper and connecting with the space around you, connecting with the trees, the ground, the birds, the stars, the moon, the ocean. Wow, the ocean's been so amazing lately. You can connect with those things, guys. It's totally within your realm of possibility. But at first, you have to know how to connect in and reduce all that inflammation, reduce all that interference that your mind might be creating for you. Once you do that, you can start to actualize being a full energetic being, and you can take your life back that way. You can get the most epic experiences in your life when you do that. You feel better, you're happier, you're more at peace. Like I said, you attract people that love you, that honor you, that respect you, give you blessings every day. It's amazing. I was just down in town when we were celebrating my son's birthday. And you know, the other day I was thinking about a friend of mine that I went to acupuncture school. It's a classmate of mine, and she just happens to practice here in this town I'm in. And I was just thinking about her. I was just like tuning into her, just giving her a lot of love, heart, you know, just like a prayer. And then today I was at the bakery, and who shows up in the line but my friend Angela. And I was so excited to see her, gave her a big hug. She gave me a big hug, and we're just like, oh, it's so good to see you. Like, that's the magic I'm talking about, guys. That's can be your experience too when you awaken to the reality that you are more than just this physical born. You're more than just this thinker who's telling you what this experience is all about. You break free from all that conditioning and you just come to your natural state of being as an awakened soul, full of energy, full of possibility, full of love, kindness, and freedom in there. And I want that all for you. How's that all sound to you? Let me know in the chat. You can go comment. You can give me a thumbs up if this is landing for you. I don't even know if people are tuning in. It's so weird. There's nobody in the chat. Just some guy telling everyone to smoke weed. Please don't do that. I mean, you can if you want, but like, that's not what this channel is about. Yeah. That can help you. Plant medicine can help, but it's not something you want to do regular. You want to tune into your heart. That's number one. Do that. Establish that connection. Establish your connection with your soul, your higher self first. That is the most important thing you can do. How do you do that? Keep tuning in live. Keep tuning into this channel. There's plenty other videos on here that point the way, give you the map. And that's what I got for you today. So lots of love, everyone. Hope everyone has a blessed rest of their week and weekend ahead. As I said earlier, I'll be doing a live workshop in Vermont. So those of you who are in the Northeast, check out. There's an announcement in this channel. I think last week I posted it, but maybe I'll post another one today or tomorrow about live workshop. You can tune in and join me this Sunday. Otherwise, I'll just keep connecting with you here live, saying hello, and bring your questions. Of course, share. As we share, we all grow immensely together. So lots of love, everyone, and have a blessed rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye now.